uh, people want to do good, so they, maybe the social welfare is, but it's looking out for the common good.
Where do you put social empathy or social welfare really does conjure up human services 101. So social
Advancement, social improvement.
Or we could, maybe, because since you have social up there, what about if you just put down altruism? I mean, that's a huge source of motivation. That's sort of what you're saying, we want to do good.
Oh, yeah.
So if that's what you're trying to capture, altruism is sort of a huge sort of, that's why we're all around this table right now, I'm thinking. Unless somebody's getting paid for this and I'm
I
not.
was just gonna say, all of us are getting paid, Carol. Checks in the mail.
Altruism.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That would
really,
capture.
that's a
Yeah.
motivational force for
Yeah.
many professionals. They go above and beyond, so. And then the next word, escape stimulation, I was just curious about that. I'm not seeing that theory of motivation.
Mm. To escape, to be stimulated by others in conversation and learning. That's how I took it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
A source of
Sort of
motivation.
creativity, sort of innovative.
Well, it's
innovation.
Just to get away and be stimulated by adult, I mean, like, adult conversation or thinking, networking. That's what I took it as.
Maybe escape is,
I look more at the negative side, I guess. Escape.
Mhm.
stimulation is more positive.
Stimulation is positive. The escape, I look at escapist is, I'm getting away from whatever problems or whatever.
My
things.
kids, my
Yeah,
husband.
I got it, yeah, exactly.
I gotta get it into a class on leadership. so
Or
I
I'm
can-
going to, yeah, I got to get into,
Or else I'm gonna go crazy, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'll take escape out.
Then do we want to just leave the word stimulation? Okay, I'm just like, do we want?
So,
Yeah,
I think when we
stimulation.
get
I
rid
did,
of,
Conjures
just
up several
conjures
things.
up other things.
Yeah.
what kind of stimulation?
That was my problem. I read the thing to begin with, I went, oh boy.
But I knew what it meant.
Intellectual stimulation.
Intellectual
Well,
stimulation.
actually,
Better,
you have the
thank
next
you.
one, cognitive, and I was wondering about cognitive stimulation, and then we can just eliminate a bullet, because
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, let's do
because
that.
interest, yeah,
Yeah.
cognitive stimulation or something, yeah, that'd be good.
And actually, this is just,
These are ideas, I
Yeah.
like it though.
okay, so I'm taking out stimulation and adding,
no, you're keeping, you're just putting cognitive stimulation. and
Cognitive.
yeah, put cognitive stimulation
Stimulation or
and
interest.
altruism instead of social welfare.
And the last bullet on that part goes.
The last bullet.
Cognitive interest could become,
Yeah, it's now cognitive stimulation.
right.
Or mental stimulation, maybe it's even, is that broader?
Mental conjures up, I think cognitive and
Familiar with?
PhD in adult ed and you'd never and done research the whole time, you probably wouldn't get the job.
Well, that'd be- I would wonder why you would not have done any research.
Or had any practical experience.
Yeah. I mean, I have no idea where this is gonna go, but let's say there was someone who had been an effective leader in an organization, a non-profit organization, for example, and said, I would be interested in, teaching a course. And I've worked with adults in different capacities, and I've done some research, and I understand what it means to deal with adult learners. They're not the same as, high school students or, college level students.
Well, I think it's a great question, and you need to have, if you're going to be teaching in this program, you should have some sense of adult learning principles, no doubt. So I'm not disputing that, I'm just, I think
Okay.
it's,
Yes, you got it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So,
I think we're.
we're done through number 7. Okay, now we can, do you need to take a break?
I do.
Okay. All right. We'll-
Just came at the right time.
Sorry,
Break
we
time.
have been hard at it. Let me just, and, so I just have to go back.
So
You guys can go on.
we're gonna take about a 5-minute break, and then when we come back, we're gonna generate with Lori and Matt what we had done prior to their arriving here. I wasn't sure if we had taken out the word "and quality."
No, you have a high standard
of quality and distinctiveness.
Okay,
Yes.
all right, that's what they wanted. And they were shocked and appalled that we had taken out the word quality.
Exactly.
Shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
Are you sure you like that word appalled?
I'm not sure what it means,
Is that
but
caption?
it sounds big,
So
yeah.
I'm glad that I checked.
What does it be like to have a meeting in the English department when they go through a document?
Oh, yeah.
All right, now, and then there was one other, recommendation 5, we were trying to find words for contextual understanding. Now, Lori threw out, and actually I think Dwight had thrown out a similar word, she said situational understanding,
Situational understanding.
but then pointed out that it might be problematic because there is a model or theory of leadership, situational leadership. Right, and is that, you know,
Yeah.
But what,
Find
Con-
things.
contextual, what, the first word we were fine with, it was the second one.
Yeah, it was the understanding that we, and so that's why this list,
Yeah.
and so what then Dwight,
what
Discernment.
words do you like?
Discernment was something that came up. I like the contextual. Situational to me only then presents itself as looking at the situation, whereas contextual brings in the whole ramification of,
the bigger picture.
yeah, the bigger picture. So the contextual, much better than situational, and the discernment is a much deeper level
Yeah.
than understanding. And the other word I like is insight.
Are you guys trying to decide? This is a meeting.
There's some emerging consensus over here of discernment as a contextual discernment.
For contextual insight.
I'm gonna pull it back to, I'm an outsider, reading that it feels very linguistically heavy. I mean, I have to stop and think what that means. And I thought what we were working for was really friendly, clear, and it's not that that's not clear, but it becomes heavier than,
Yeah. Now, I would say that part of the dilemma here is the one that we've talked about a couple of times, is who's the audience for this?
Audience, this says audience is Gail.
And here the audience, I think,
Oh,
is Gail, and then
if it's
whoever
Gail.
she might turn this over to.
Yeah.
so would they
As
have,
distinct from, the audience that this might be marketed to.
then I wouldn't have any.
Okay.
But I would want to be clear that we want to be marketing using user-friendly language. We don't want to use, we want to talk about, adult learning principles that we can rattle it off and, it's comfortable and all those types. So if it's Gail, I don't have a problem.
Okay,
I don't care.
discernment, Dwight, are you okay with that?
Lauren?
So it's contextual discernment. Okay, then we were going to take up additional recommendations that I'm going to draft the language for. So all we need is ideas, and then I'll come up with something and present them, distribute them, and then we'll talk about them at the next meeting. So we have one notion that's been put out, and that's the idea that resources generated from the leadership program be reinvested in the mission of the program, or some language like that, okay? Now, at this point, should we just throw these ideas out, draft something, and then we'll debate them at the next
Yeah.
session?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, are there any other things that, recommendations that you think I should draft something on?
I would go right back to however this is marketed, it's marketed using user-friendly, language, inviting, warm language. I think we want to
Okay.
be really careful about how it's marketed. All those websites we went out and looked at, there was a distinct difference. I mean, in those that were just, you know what they're talking about, it's very clear, the language is clear, versus those that were very wordy. So I don't know how to word that, Roger,
And
but how we market it, I think.
Well, and actually, I was thinking, when you said that maybe I could add those under that, the leadership program should be structured and marketed